Hello, new building tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Banished with the Colonial Charter mod with me, BlueAnkylo. So, last episode we got a couple new things going. We got an apiary, farm, and a pasture, and I'm really interested in getting some more Colonial Charter mod specific buildings set up, just to see how they work a little bit before I get all crazy and start my big expansion up here, which I really want to do before too much longer, but for now, a couple more things to get the food a little bit better. And I think before I get any further into this episode, I'm just going to queue up a couple houses while I think about things, because I've got the space for it right there. We've got a fair number of laborers growing up or graduating from school, so that's working out for us. And our apiary is producing some sweet, sweet honey. So what was I thinking? We're really low on logs, and yeah, that's logs, and we don't actually have any. Our lumberjack is not actually collecting any right now, or our forester's lodge, because I wanted to try to make sure we got some medicine at least, and I mean we're out of medicine, so that's a bad thing, right? And I'm pretty sure we need to let the trees grow for these things to work the best. So anyway, we'll chop some trees down manually. I'm not really worried about clear cutting up here, because I'm not planning on ever building a forester's hut or anything up there, so I should just cut more trees down on that side, honestly. We've got llamas. I thought I had 2 llamas, but apparently I only have 1. Either that or it just one of them died, and that would be bad. But we'll see. That house built. Keep expanding our roads and stuff so people can get around at a good pace. Food is holding steady. No one's working the mine for iron. Honestly, should put at least a couple. I've got enough laborers at the moment. There you go. I don't have a lot of stone either. I mean, I'm going to need a quarry before too much longer. There we go. We got peas growing. Was there peas in the vanilla game? I don't even think there was. So that's kind of cool. Got a 1-year-old wandering around the farm. Yeah, we're low on logs. I get it, game. We got lots of trees, so we got emergency trees. I could have built an orchard as well to see if we started with any tree seeds. That's fine. And then we'll queue up some stone collection, because, like I said, I'm low on all these resources, really. Yeah, we'll save that for later. I think I've got, like, all the stone and iron up here for them. Well, no, there's more in the forest, but I've got a lot of it anyway. Just hanging in there for the most part. Trying to expand carefully, carefully. Looks like, unlike last episode where I said that they didn't seem to share work, that was 2 builders certainly sharing a section of path, oddly enough. I really wish there was an icon somewhere or an alert somewhere that told me about idlers, because unless I keep assigning collection jobs, like go get that stone, people are going to sit around and do nothing, and I don't want that. Let's go chop down some more trees. Still not seeing any new baby llamas in here. Come on, llamas. Llama, red pajama. Where are you? Seems like our peas are doing good. Almost at 100% yield, middle of summer. That's nice. Good work, farmer dude. Who is this, anyway? Erner? Erner the farmer. He's a happy dude. He's not quite as healthy as he'd like because we can't get any medicine, but, you know, he's just happily working on the farm. It's good stuff. Honest living. Couldn't quite get to that 100%, hey? Got to 98 and just stopped. Kind of awkward. Yeah, adult situation is looking pretty good. Trees are coming down, like I wanted. Should be getting some iron now. Could theoretically build another mine for coal. Somewhere. You know, at some point, I'll probably demolish this whole section, and then I can just put a mine here and just fill up this area with, you know, whatever. Maybe what I should do is start planning on building a forester lodge somewhere else, one of these areas down here. And then just using that for my log income somewhere further out. I mean, at some point I'm going to need renewable wood. Could also put down my initial market and start plotting out my my growth. Late summer, they still haven't harvested. I mean, I could have manually harvested them, but I'm assuming my farmer's going to have this covered. Oh, is it like, did these two tiles never get planted, so it never got to 100%? Is that the problem? I think that might be the problem, guys. He just didn't plant, whatever the planting window is, he just didn't quite make it, so we didn't see those last two little bits. That's probably it. That makes sense. It's not looking like the apiary makes a ton of honey. It does make a good amount of beeswax, though. I haven't figured out, or I haven't looked up. I mean, I assume it's... Yeah, if we build a chandlery, we can start making candles. Do you want to do that? I want to do that. I don't really know if we need them that badly, but I want to have some candles. Alright, we're harvesting. How much food did we get this year? First year with 11 by 11 farm, my farmer just wanders off, ignoring his field. It's only early autumn, though, so hopefully we don't get some crazy frost that kills all this stuff sitting there. I really do need... someone has mentioned, and it's not incorrect, that I should probably do storage barns closer to the farms. Which is not a bad idea. So whenever I'm... Whenever I build my big set of farms for the big town, try to put storage barns relatively close so the farmers don't spend all day wandering around like that. It's not a bad idea at all. I might put another farm here. Farms do seem like a really good way to get food. You know, like in real life. Let's put like one worker for the chandlery. I really don't know how many I'm going to need, like... Yeah, so we can make candles out of whale blubber, tallows, and beeswax. It feels like we've got a ton of beeswax, so let's just start making candles. And then I'll be able to use that to upgrade some stuff. Deep mine, 120 candles. Could turn the barn into a warehouse. It's kind of fun. I need to figure out what that symbol there is by the smithy, the little orange thing. And I think that's rope. So I think I saw a ropery in here somewhere. Would be production. What looks like a rope, guys? There, that totally looks like a rope. Wood, stone, a little bit of iron. I could totally build it, but we would need hemp. Oh, well, hemp or flax. That's your choice. Maybe that's a seed that I don't have. So if my farmer would just finish harvesting this... It's late autumn, so he doesn't have much time left before it starts freezing. Looks like he finished. So 868 peas, not great, but it's okay. I think I read that if they get the 100%, they can get somewhere around 1,000 food per year for 11 by 11 in vanilla at least. Now that's assuming our farmer is educated. Where is our farmer? I guess I could just click. He is educated. He's got iron tools. Yeah, it's not bad. Food is definitely going up. That's good to see. So I'm happy enough with that then, basically. We still have got nothing from our one llama. sadly. Maybe I left them too long. They all died of loneliness for not having a pasture. We're actually getting pretty close to the food limit, interestingly enough. Not that I'm going to leave it there, but... Sorry about the cut there, guys. That was me randomly clicking on my keyboard trying to hit 10,000 and accidentally pausing the video. Pausing the recording. That was good. I'm glad I caught that, because that, that was fun. Anyway, so sorry about that. What was I saying? More food. It's hard to imagine having too much food, basically, is my idea. How is our... We've made 12 candles already. Woohoo! One of the things I was thinking of is maybe we can sell candles or something. It seems fairly easy to get them. One of the other things I was thinking about is checking out like what we need to build the better houses. Like, a country house requires something. I don't know what that is. Maybe cloth or something. The abode isn't too bad. This large residence takes that green thing and the orange thing. So that doesn't really help me very much, does it? The orange thing is the same thing. Oops, no. Yeah, that was an accident. Definitely didn't mean to click that. Alright, there we go. Fixed it. It's all good, it's all good. Back to work, everybody. Also, medicine. Very, 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 very short supply. I guess we're getting some in. That's what counts. As long as we're getting some. I'm not going to chop down any more trees for a while there. That's just not going to work. So let's just use this section. Let's just queue up a big section. We'll get lots and lots of trees, and then I'll start planning out where I want to build. Actually, hold your horses, BlueAnkylo. Let's put down a temporary stockpile over here. And then we can... Basically, anything we pick up over here, we'll just put down in that stockpile. Because we're gonna have to move all this stuff out of the way anyway. To build my little town center before much longer. Alright, that should be more than enough resources for a while. And it should keep our laborers busy. Because I do notice I've got quite a few again. Late winter, I could theoretically put another farm in if I wanted. I'm not going to worry about it. Could put more houses in if I wanted. I was thinking about putting a house or two along this section. Yeah, okay. Twist my arm. I wish you could put diagonal buildings. You should totally be able to put a diagonal building right in there. Alright, one there. One there. It's just good enough. It's just gonna have to do, basically. Making pretty good progress over here. Could expand the road a little bit further. Do you get iron? That little symbol looks a lot like the little upgrade symbol for the houses. Or the resource material. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of material. Obviously, there's a lot of things for me to learn about this mod still. Like, apparently llamas just die off. That did not happen in vanilla. There is no way. So this is a complete waste then. I built a pasture. We started with 2 llamas, and then they just died. We didn't even get any meat out of them or anything. Well, that's stupid. I honestly have no idea why that happened. In the original game, the vanilla game, you only lost animals on a blight, as far as I knew, and then when you killed them for harvest. Well, that's good. Good. Just flat up die if you don't build the pasture quick enough or something. I don't know. So much for that idea. Oh, that's builders. Sorry, we actually do want to assign builders. Okay, well, at least we have a pea field. I'll probably end up putting another field there instead. So I have 2 pea fields while we get this place set up over here. Might as well just queue up. We've got quite a few workers ready to go again. Gotta get that quarry going. It's nice to see the candles. Nice new item. Let's see if we can find that green thing. Charcoal burner. Can't even build that yet. Glassworks. I don't think I can build that yet. Shore house. You can get sand and clay. I may need bricks. That might be what I need. Maybe the green things are bricks. Sure, let's build a shore house. I mean, it would be optimal if it didn't interfere with the fishery. Which is kind of right in the middle of all this stuff, of course. Similarly over here. Maybe I could put one right in here. Wonder if I left enough room for this road to go by. Technically, yes. Has to go to there, though. And then I can put a short... Man, I didn't expect, or I didn't pre-plan out a shore house very well. I can put one here, though. It's a little bit away from town. I mean, at least I put those two buildings there, or the two houses there. Actually, looking at the little building setup, the little pre-designation there, it looks like this is going to deal with the reeds and stuff. So, let's see what it does. It's fine if we build a couple more houses over here and eventually another barn or something. That's not a big deal. Alright, that farm is gone. I am gonna queue up another one, I guess. There we go. And, oh, there's like one little sapling in the way, so I can't just immediately designate it as a pea farm. It's kind of funny. So we got 868 peas the first year. I'm hoping this year we can crack 1,000. That'd be awesome. That built. We queued up. Yeah, all this iron will get harvested. We got lots of logs right now. Not a ton of stone. There's more over there. I mean, I'm just gonna keep queuing this up, basically. Why don't you have a job? Herdsman? Oh. Because I didn't... Hold on. Hold on. Because I didn't remove the job, the person from the pasture. This profession tab is not nearly as useful now that it's so big with a scroll. I should probably just exit and just have more screen width so you can see what's going on in the town. Because I don't use this very much anymore. Other than to see how many laborers we have, I guess, which is pretty good, I guess. Fire bundler sounds valuable. Where is my pasture, dude? It did say herdsman. That's the word I need to look for, basically. And it's a 1 out of 1. So check all the 1 out of 1s for herdsman. I totally am not seeing it, man. This list is too big. There it is. Hiding in the top right corner. Alright. That should have fixed that problem. He went back to laboring. I can put another person... See, the chandlery was originally set up to have 2 workers. So I might as well have 2 there. Seems like a fine idea. Okay, we'll get this built. We've got quite a few... iron. Let's try to get a little bit of coal for a little while. I've got lots of spare laborers, so let's just try to get a little bit of coal. And, you know, you might need that for something. I want to have a small stock of coal, at the very least. Look at all the wasted food over here. First world problems, just leaving food on the ground like that. Use a couple more houses before too much longer, probably. Our food situation is looking fine, so I'm not too scared of this. Okay, we've got a shore house that needs 1 worker. That's the button. And this gives us sand. So sand is the orange bucket thing. Or we can get clay, or we can get turtles or frogs. Interesting. Well, we'll start with sand. I guess I should build another one then. It only takes 1 worker, so it's not that bad. And I'll have the second one go for clay. And it's nice to know I can switch those over to food, actually. That's pretty cool. So this is a nice, probably early game building again. Another one that you can build really easily for one worker. Cool. Yeah, let's put another one right beside it. If I can. No. Of course we can't. Fine. Put it way over here. There you go. Getting a little bit far from town at that point, but... Oh, we have lots of logs now. That's good to know. Thanks to my clear-cutting this entire forest, basically. Definitely want to see if we can get over 868. House built and people moved in right away, so I think that's still a good idea to keep building houses. Now, I could put like a storage barn. It would fit. Look at this. Tidy! Can I fit one here too? Alright! So we've got little houses for miners and shore house workers and stuff by a little storage barn all tucked over here. I like it! Come on, farmer. Get that stuff harvested. Now, interestingly, I do have two harmers assigned. And I'm just kind of curious. Maybe they do stick to their own farm after all for some reason. I thought they shared, but... Oh, some of them are dying. No! Pick them up. Alright, we made exactly the same as last year. Well, alright game, you got me. Exactly the same amount. Still, food supply is positive as far as I can tell. We've got... Oh, the fuel limit is now shared with firewood. That's interesting. See, there must be a limit to the... a limit to the number of limits. Like, if you can only have 9 or 10 limits, the mod must have tried to combine some stuff. So the coal and wood, firewood limits are now fuel. And then it's got stored materials. Yeah. Something like that. I think I can pull up a tab. Not that tab. Not that tab. Not that tab. That tab. That's the tab I was looking for. The last one. So, yeah. Shared fuel. That actually does change a couple things a little bit because either we switch to all coal eventually, or it's going to be really hard, like, because you kind of waste your logs. I don't know, it's just going to be hard to put a limit here on the wood cutting and the coal. The fact that they're shared kind of bugs me a bit. I'm not a fan. Oh, also, let's get this going. Get a worker assigned and get some clay. Might not get very much sand, but I don't know what we're using it for just yet. Maybe I could put something over here that uses sand and clay. Well, glassworks will certainly make glass from sand. That makes sense. Bundling shed I still haven't built yet. I will want a ropery. I haven't figured out how to get hemp yet. I'm kind of concerned that hemp will be a seed we need to grow on a farm that is just going to take us forever to find someone to sell it to us, probably. Silkworm hut requires another material I don't know. Weavers make cloth, linen cloth and silk from stuff I don't have. Okay, well, the only thing that looks really possible is the glassworks right now. Let's put the glassworks... Nah, let's leave it in town. I was thinking put it right by the resource producer, but honestly, it doesn't matter. People are just going to walk around and do their own thing anyway. Should be getting clay at some point. Low on logs again. right. Chop it down. Just chop all those trees down. These trees must die as well. We still have medicine, we still have some clothes, we still have some tools, so we're not doing too bad on those kind of numbers. How is our herbalist doing these days? 40 a year? That's okay. They may have nerfed herbalists. I seem to remember in my last game, when we had a good old forest and I had one herbalist working, I'm pretty sure they were making like many hundreds per year, like at least 200 or 300. That's how I remember it. I could be crazy. Crazy ankylos. Okay, we got people living over here. Just want to check if any of my houses are empty. Doesn't really look like it. Some of our original colonists are starting to get a little bit old, although I seem to think people die of old age in the 70s or 80s for the most part. We've got 2 houses that aren't like totally full. Probably build 2 more in a little bit, so let's queue up the road. Get this set up for now. Whatever, I'll build the road on the side once I know where the houses are. That's fine. Alright, farmers are planting. That's what I want to see. Trees are getting chopped. Got sand. We got a little bit of clay. Let's see if that glassworks is coming along. Almost done. Got lots of cool new stuff. Got candles, haven't used any yet. We're getting all this new stuff and I'm not even using it. So it looks like 2 workers for 400 honey. I believe each person eats 100 or 110 food per year. So the 2 people that work here make enough food for themselves plus 1 other person each, basically. And as well as the beeswax. Kind of enough for their household. So that, imagine like husband and wife make enough food for themselves and 2 of their children. That's not bad. It's a net positive, but there's certainly more efficient ways of getting food. Okay, this is the green thing. The green thing is sand, or is glass. So we can make sand, or we can make glass out of sand plus a variety of things. It's hard to know how much firewood or coal I have at the moment until I build a town hall. I think I'll save the coal and just use firewood for now. I'll assign a couple people. We'll start getting some glass. So green is glass, which means once we've got that going, well, we won't be able to build the large residence, but we'll be on the way. We could build a country house, which did seem to be the upgrade from the stone house, probably. Yeah. I would like, when I build the market, to at least have access to something better than a wood house. And we don't really have a lot of stone, so... Well, 40 stone... It actually, a country house uses the same amount of stone as a stone house. Doesn't it? Yeah. Just no iron. It's like glass instead of iron, I think. Town abode we could build, but they're like... They seem like they're not... They're kind of like a shack, right? Up to 3 people, up to 4 people. Just even a normal wooden house seems to let up to like 6 or 7, 6 or 8 or something. If I could figure out what that orange thing is, I would build large residences. We just gotta keep trying, we gotta keep looking. So it's not the glassworks, so what else could we... What else would it be? It's probably not ropes, I'm pretty sure I identified ropes. It could be linen. It could very easily be linen. That's like, seems to be one of the last production things I don't have. I need to get going. That I absolutely haven't even started. Oil press. We don't have olives. Oh, well, we don't have sunflower, flax, cotton, or whale blubber either. Various butchery stalls to butcher your livestock. Windmill, that's kind of cool. Flour to grain, that makes some sense. Oh, what? One of my fishermen drowned? I've never seen that before. That's horrible. Could make a water mill at some point. But we don't have any great... I guess I'll have to start thinking about the trading post before much longer. So I can get more stuff. Preservist. Cool. There are a lot of things to build still, for sure. Distillery. We can start making tobacco. Oh, good. That's awesome. Inn and garden. That's cool. We'll get around to that stuff. My people are still very happy. Health is a little bit low. Although we do have a positive medicine supply at the moment, so it shouldn't be that bad. How did our... Yeah, it was 868 last year, right? We'll see how they do this year, I guess. I think we'll go to the end of this year and then we'll call it good for today. We've probably got idlers by now. Firewood and sands, that's good. So we are starting to get some glass built up, that's good. Let's keep chopping this down for the future. For the future of our town, we must chop all the trees. And harvest all the stones. And pick up all the iron. I should have just hit harvest all or select. There's the button for just harvesting everything. But that's fine. That's fine. Alright. I'll probably, before I worry about the big town hub that I'm going to eventually build, I'll probably get like a forester down there or something. I'll want like a hunting cabin, gatherer, and forester down here. So are we out of beeswax? May only need one beeswax. It may be like you need 2 apiaries for each chandlery, perhaps. Just like the glassworks may need 2 shoring houses with sand for it. So I can probably, let's just say, cut down the workers here by 1. For 1, I'm not really using glass or candles yet anyway, so 1 worker will do. Harvesting, we'll see how that goes this year. Also, I mean, the shoring houses are a long way from the buildings that use them. So, when I build the big town, I mean, I'm going to have fishing docks and stuff. I'll put a shore house or 2 near where the glassworks are. I think that's going to work. That's kind of smarter, right? We're up to our fuel limit again. We'll switch to iron for now. So are our houses getting coal? Not there. That one's got lots of coal. Okay. If I ever figure out what that orange thing is, we could upgrade our smithy. Ropes for the clothier. Clothier. Yeah, that's the mystery, the orange icon of... I have no idea what it is. I'm assuming it's like... It's gotta be something like linen. But I don't know why a blacksmith... See, that doesn't really make sense. Why would a blacksmith need linen? Bricks? Yeah, maybe bricks. Bricks makes more sense, right? So I have some clay. Clay should turn into bricks. Like a brick maker? A glassworks or a brick makers. Okay. So I must have just missed it. Charcoal burner? No. Ropery? Nope. Silkworm, weaver, mine, quarry. Did I miss it? Sawmill? I haven't seen that either. Steel tools, right. We can't even really use that yet. There's so many buildings. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking around. Oh, a dairy. That's cool. Butter, cream, and cheese for milk. Cool. Where would a brick maker be, and why haven't I found it? These are all drug related, basically. I really would have thought resource production would have had the brickmaker in it. Mine, weaver, silkworm, rope, charcoal. Does not say anything about bricks. Glassworks does not say anything about bricks. Chandlery, shorehouse, bundling shed, tailor, blacksmith, herbalist, forester's lodge, sawmill. It's definitely not in there. Can't be. This stuff is all food related. There's really no reason for something like a brickmaker to be there. Town services doesn't really sound like where you put a brickmaker either. Storage, market, and trade doesn't really sound correct either. Huh. Well, at the end of the year, we're going to end the episodes. I was hoping I could find the brickmaker by then, but apparently it's a surprise brickmaker. I don't know. It's got to be somewhere. I just don't know why I can't seem to find it. Oh, we've hit the limit on just random stuff. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, materials limit is going to have to be really high, because I think that's going to cover a lot of stuff. And I don't want to stop all other material production just because of that. At least we've got enough iron tools. I mean, the shore house literally says... Right? Shore house. Shovel. A glassworks or a brickmakers. That's for clay. Of course it is. It totally makes sense. I'm going to have to look for it in between episodes because I'm just not seeing it. 868 and 868. Okay, that is the number we can do. But you weren't expecting 868. I mean, we don't get a ton of clay a year. Get kind of double the sand, maybe. Getting a pretty good iron stockpile. I definitely need to start building some more buildings. I just was on a binge looking for that brickmaker. Oh yeah, look at that, 2,000 fish. That's because people live nearby and there's a storage barn. That's awesome. And this guy, well, 1,600 fish last year isn't bad. That's not bad. 75% of the amazing lake one. That's good. And I bet you a fishing dock right here will do amazing as well once we get there. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. Do I want more houses? The food is definitely going up. I think we can keep expanding. Yeah, I was going to get rid of this too. This is kind of pointless now. Go. One storage there, one storage there. That's fine. Lots of storage barns. I will start building the specialized storage stuff eventually. It didn't seem like a super high priority is all. So I'm assuming if I click on these things here, yeah, people are living pretty close by. The mine is soaking up a fair number of the workers. Yeah. Actually, technically, the fishing dock that I'm so amazed with actually doesn't have people living right beside it, interestingly enough. But maybe just by putting the storage barn closer, that really made the big difference. Definitely going to design my town a little bit differently for this new one coming up. Why have these things not been picked up? Collect. Isn't there a collect all? I thought there was a collect all button. Whatever, just give me my stone. It's definitely been selected. My workers are just being lazy or something. Oh, right, they're over here chopping down trees. No, never mind. I forgive you guys. You're totally okay. Totally cool, guys. Don't worry about it. I like how this little section kind of turned out, actually. I wasn't expecting it to look good, but I think this is kind of nice. Little diagonal road bit's kind of cool. I do like the looks of the bridges, too, by the way. Alright, it's early spring. It's time to end the episode. I am going to try my best to find the brickmaker in between episodes. Quayside home. That's kind of cool. So you build a house that's over the water, even. I didn't even notice that there. thought these were all decorative. Whatever. I'll look around for it off camera and we'll see if I can find it. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you're enjoying the new series. I'm having some fun with all the new the new buildings and stuff, figuring out the new supply chains. I'm definitely gonna have a nice hub city up here before too much longer. I still think I'm gonna do a forester hunter's lodge down here, probably. Maybe I should just focus on getting my trade set up, and then I can start buying new seeds and new animals, which may be more important. Because if I can just if I can raise livestock like sheep and cows and stuff, then I can get leather and wool from there, and that's a lot easier than hunting from probably quite a lot, really. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying, and have a great day.